Hello again, welcome back to All Grown Up. It's Frances, and today I wanted to talk about the challenges of having a hysterectomy, or the recovery part of the hysterectomy, because obviously the challenges of the actual operation, they're not mine. They're just the surgeons. They have to deal with all of that kind of thing. That's their challenge, but my challenge has been to recover. And actually, I have quite a few things that I wanted to talk about this, because I think a lot of people will maybe see my other videos and think, oh, look, she looks fine, she's doing really well. And actually, there have been, the cat's just down there, sitting in a box, wanting my attention. Okay, so she will be making meowing noises. But there have been lots and lots of challenges. So obviously the first challenge was the catheter. And I made a fun video about that because you have to laugh. It was so bad. It was super uncomfortable. It was really, really awkward to have that for a whole week. So that was challenge one. And, you know, that was right straight away. I had to deal with that. And I've actually made notes on this tiny piece of paper, which is unusual for me. Normally I just talk. But I didn't want to miss anything, because I think it's important to acknowledge that there have been challenges and that it has not been plain sailing. So not in any particular order, but one of them, the hardest things has been the not knowing what I can and can't do. I was sent away from the hospital with a vague list of when I can start doing, like, dusting and ironing and putting the washing in. It's not that helpful. When can I start exercising? When can I start doing Kegels? When can I start to move properly? They said, you know, go for walks. Okay, so I've been doing short walks, and at the moment I'm on 10 minutes, and I'm 4 weeks in, just past 4 weeks was my operation, and I'm still only doing 10-minute walks around the park, which I was really pleased about. When I came back, I went around the whole of half of the park in 10 minutes. So I think my pace has gone up a little bit, but it's slow moving. I really honestly believed that I would be, you know, I'd be able to bounce back quite quickly. I thought, I'm fit, I'm healthy, you know, and I thought I'd be like, oh yeah, it's all right. But here's the thing, on, you know, what you're shown on the internet, there's such a wide variety of, oh no, you should be able to do this in 2 weeks, should be able to do this in 4 weeks, should be able to do this, and actually I don't think that's realistic. A lot of the things that they're suggesting, you think, oh no, I'm not going anywhere near that yet at 4 weeks. So it's much slower than I was anticipating. So that's one of the things. Bear in mind, though, that most, certainly in the UK, I looked this up, that a lot of the women who go through this surgery are between 40 and 50, and I'm 57, so I'm a little bit older. So maybe that has to do with it. Maybe the other thing I was thinking is that I'm super aware of my body. I know exactly, I'm so in tune with it because of all the yoga, because of all of the deep meditations that I've done, that maybe I'm feeling more. I don't know. A lot of people kind of go through life, you know, no disrespect, but go through life without that kind of level of feeling. So it could be something to do with that. Anyway, I'm going slightly off topic. So yeah, not knowing what I can do, not knowing what I can lift. At the beginning, it was, you can lift like a small bottle of water. And then they don't then say, you know, but after the first week, you can then lift a bigger bottle of water, or a kettle. Or they don't really tell you, they didn't tell me anything much. So that was really, really challenging. That's the thing. It's like the fear of, if I do something, you know, because you feel like you can do it. So I'm like, of course I can lift up this kettle, but actually if I lift up the kettle, am I going to be pulling something that's inside me that I can't see? That's the fear. Because so I've been erring on the side of caution all the way through, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing that, not doing that. So I'm not sure if that's kind of brought my progression backwards because I haven't been pushing it, or maybe that's been protecting everything inside, letting it heal really nicely and get itself back to its how it needs to be before I then progress on progress onto, you know, kind of lifting heavier, or doing the washing, or, you know, doing things like that. So it's the unknown. I think that's it. It's the unknown and the kind of the fear of this just complete lack of control. I have no control over what I know, really. I don't know how to be in this state, and I've not been given clear guidance. But of course, how can they guide you? Because every woman is different, and therefore every woman will react differently. Everyone will have different levels of you know, where they are at. However, I have joined some groups and things like this, and I've been listening to what other women are saying, like real live women, rather than somebody saying, oh, by this time you should be able to do this. But a lot of women don't get, you know, they're still feeling the effects like 3-4 months later. And I can kind of see how that would be a thing. And even with it after a year, they're still kind of going, oh yeah, no, I can feel that something happened. So I'm 4 weeks in, I'm like just under a month in. So, you know, fair enough. I'm not feeling like I'm behind, you know, in my progress. I'm sure I'm doing the right thing by being cautious. This is what feels right for me. So there we go. And another thing, actually, that I wanted to talk about, one of the really big challenges, and you know me if you've been following me, that I love to be outside. Here I am inside. This is another part of my lounge. Now, if you know, if I would be feeling a little bit low or something like that, I'd go to the woods, I'd go outside, have a long walk. I can't do those things. I haven't been to the woods for like almost a month, and I'm like, it really affects me, because that is my space. I can't exercise properly. I mean, I exercise strong, you know. I mean, I lift, and I do, this is me lifting only with one arm, but you know, and I do squats and planks and all of the things that, you know, create strength and make me feel strong. And I can't do those things, you know. Long walks, just being outside for long periods of time and moving, because you've got to move. It's so chilly at the moment, you've got to move. So that's been really difficult, because obviously those are the things that I do to lift myself up if I'm feeling a little bit lower, and I haven't been able to do those things. So that's been a challenge. Another one is social interaction. Now, I am an empath, and you know, and I'm quite I quite like my own space. I'm quite happy on my own. But I did, you know, a lot of the time I'll be out. It's exhausting, but I do love the interaction with friends, with people at work, you know, with customers at Lush. Being outside, being allowed to, or being able to share my wisdom outside, as it were, and to just have a laugh, you know, and things like that, and chat with people about rubbish, about nothing, or about lots of deeper stuff. I've missed the interactions that happen outside the house. So far, I've been in the house, in the garden, and in the park. And that's all I've done for a month. And that's, you know, it's kind of a bit cloistered, and it feels a bit like that now. And maybe it's a good sign that I'm starting to kind of feel a bit like, all right, I need to go further afield, you know. I need to maybe go to a shop, or I need to go to the woods. Oh my God, how much do I need to go to the woods? But I need to do more than I've been doing. So, I mean, maybe this is a good sign. Maybe I'm ready for that next step and moving outwards slightly. However, one of the funny things is that because of the wounds, the portal sites, I call them portholes. That's a boat. So the portal sites on my stomach, they haven't healed. I mean, they're healing really well, but it's not comfortable to have anything tight. So I'm still wearing pajama bottoms. I'm not showing you, but I am still wearing pajama bottoms because they're so loose that I can walk around in them, and then and when I sit down it doesn't create like that tight feeling, so I don't like that. So I'd love to just be able to wear actual clothes again properly and go out and just, you know, do normal things and normal behaviors that people do when they're not recovering from major abdominal surgery. But there it is. So let me see, I'm just checking on my list. Yeah, I think that's pretty much everything that I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to show that it's not plain sailing. It has been predominantly I've been okay, but I have had some days when it's just like, oh, come on. The frustration of not being able to just get on with it, hurry up. And there's that element of feeling, oh, just like I need to go for a long walk. I need to go to the woods. I need to do some proper exercise. Although I have started, there's some stuff on YouTube. I've done my own research, and I've worked out that I can actually do some gentle exercises. It's like barely moving, but it's helpful. So I've been doing those. I know this has gone on a little bit longer than normal. I hope that it's been of interest, particularly if you are on this same kind of path and going through recovery from a hysterectomy or from any surgery, really. I think a lot of these frustrations and challenges will be the same, whatever whatever position you're in. But yeah, if it's been helpful, please put a thumbs up down below. Otherwise, good luck in your recovery. I'm feeling all right today. I'm having a good day. I'm doing a video. I've done some exercises, what if you can call them exercises. They are, but they're just super gentle. It's frustrating. I can tell I'm a bit frustrated today. But I'm still smiling, and I'm still really grateful for everything. So, gratitude and love is the one that surrounds me over the top of all of the challenges. So, and that's what gets me through. And, family and friends and connections and things like that, it's all so important. So thank you for listening if you've got to this far. But otherwise, have the most glorious day, and sending you lots and lots of love. Bye bye.